25-year-old invests 800,000 yuan in Shanghai Noodle shop, faces closure in 6 days. The CCP's dual policy on online games. Industry experts reveal insider information. Benxi authority spends 2.8 billion yuan on outsourced snow removal yet fails to clear it. Controversy escalates. Beijing's coldest winter in 70 years revives the phenomenon of dynastic changes. It's all covered in today's China Truths. 25-year-old invests 800,000 yuan in Shanghai Noodle shop, faces closure in 6 days. In Shanghai recently, a 25-year-old guy took a bold step by investing 800,000 yuan, approximately $120,000, in opening a mutton noodle restaurant. However, the venture turned out to be a financial disaster, as within just 6 days, he incurred a staggering loss of 600,000, around $87,000, to 700,000 yuan, around $105,000, putting the restaurant on the brink of closure. His story unfolded with his initial journey to Shanghai, where he, along with his parents, sought to make a living. Starting with preparing breakfast, he later harbored dreams of entrepreneurship. Believing in the mantra that more people meant more business, he heavily invested in a mutton noodle restaurant. However, the reality was harsh, and the noodle shop struggled to survive within its first 6 days. Sparse customer traffic and financial challenges rendered the business unsustainable. Complicating matters, the monthly rent for the store amounted to 90,000 yuan, approximately $13,500, with no takers for a takeover. This news resonated strongly with netizens, prompting many to share similar tales of the challenging nature of the catering industry. Some netizens questioned the feasibility of turning a profit with a monthly rent of 90,000 yuan. The prolonged impact of the epidemic and stringent lockdown measures took a severe toll on China's catering industry. Reports from last year highlighted the unexpected blow to Shanghai's catering sector, with numerous closures and a shift to delivery-only services. Many companies struggled to even launch takeout, leading to a lack of cash flow and accumulating daily costs. Despite the lockdown being lifted, the catering industry faced a slow recovery. The situation worsened with the economic downturn in China, described as deflation, marked by sluggish domestic demand and weak external demand. Official statistics for the first half of 2023 painted a grim picture, with 460,000 companies shutting down and 3.1 million self-employed individuals canceling their registrations. Nationwide, around 373,000 restaurants closed, encompassing 80,000 milk tea stores, 120,000 fast food outlets, and 12,000 hot pot restaurants. The post-epidemic closures were attributed to a decline in public purchasing power, as people refrained from spending on non-essential food and beverages. The challenges facing China's catering industry were attributed to the economic downturn, impacting commercial enterprises, layoffs, store reductions, closures, bankruptcies, and suspended operations. The CCP's dual policy on online games. Industry experts reveal insider information. Over the past few days, the stock prices of Chinese online game companies have experienced a roller coaster ride. They initially plummeted for 2 days due to new regulatory regulations and then rebounded for 2 days following incentive policies. Industry experts have disclosed the inside story of the Chinese Communist Party's dual approach of pulling and cracking down on this industry. Many of the CCP's policies appear contradictory. Shortly after the Central Economic Work Conference stated on the 12th that more policies will help stabilize expectations, growth, and employment, the National Press and Publication Administration released the Online Game Management Measures draft for comments on the 22nd. The content directly restricts the actions of industry players, specifying requirements such as setting user recharge limits for all online games. On the last Friday of the previous week and after the market opened on the 25th, gaming stocks experienced 2 consecutive days of significant declines, leading to industry criticism that the authorities were rescuing the market here and promoting the market there. On the 25th, the CCP's National Press and Publication Administration released newly approved version numbers for 105 domestic games, surpassing 100 approvals for the first time. Mainland media reported that as of late night on the 25th, 8 listed gaming companies, including Perfect World, had announced plans to repurchase or increase their own shares by at least 530 million yuan, approximately $74.86 million, to express optimism about the industry's prospects. Subsequently, online gaming stocks saw a sharp rebound on the 26th and 27th. Experts delved into the CCP's motives behind regulating online games, emphasizing that it goes beyond economic considerations. Wang Yi, a China issues expert, highlighted the rapid expansion of the gaming industry globally and the serious consequences of game addiction. The World Health Organization's classification of gaming addiction as a disorder underscores the broader societal impact of the industry, which surpasses its economic benefits. Wang Yi acknowledged the CCP's need to address the gaming industry's shortcomings, which have led to significant social problems. However, he contended that the primary motivation is political control, driven by ideological and national security concerns. He emphasized the lack of transparency and open discussion within the CCP, contrasting it with the suggestion that the West should hold hearings to allow diverse perspectives. Nan Jifeng, a former vice president of a mainland gaming company, echoed this sentiment, asserting that the CCP's repeated crackdowns on the gaming industry stem from a focus on regime security rather than content-related concerns. He shared an incident from 2018, where his company's acquisition was halted after Xi Jinping raised concerns about the role of internet companies in the event of a war. According to Nan Jifeng, the CCP enforces control by emphasizing political loyalty among online game companies. Companies willing to align with government requirements may experience smoother cross-border mergers and acquisitions. He cited the creation of red games, such as Long March Road, which may not be entertaining but align with government expectations, leading to policy relaxations for these companies. Nan Jifeng pointed out that online game companies making excessive profits may face suppression by the authorities. He illustrated this with examples of strict controls on external investments and challenges in using earned foreign exchange for investments abroad. The current reshuffling of the game industry, according to him, aims to retain obedient companies willing to contribute to national consciousness. Nan Jifeng emphasized that regulatory measures introduced by the CCP are not aimed at players or companies but serve the party's interests in control and dominance. The ultimate goal, in his view, is to belittle and make entities obedient, with regulatory measures focused on asserting authority rather than addressing genuine concerns. Benxi authority spends 2.8 billion yuan on outsourced snow removal yet fails to clear it? Controversy escalates. Recently, the 28 billion outsourcing snow removal in Benxi, Liaoning, has become a hot topic in mainland China. According to mainland media reports, from 8 p.m. on December 13 to 12 p.m. on December 15, Liaoning province experienced widespread heavy snowfall. Citizens in Benxi stated that, based on past experiences, snow removal vehicles typically start working in the early morning after snowfall, allowing residents to go about their daily activities when daylight breaks. However, this year, as of December 19, there were still significant accumulations of snow on the roads. On the evening of the 19th, units and businesses along the streets in Benxi received an official notice, requiring them to clear the accumulated snow in front of their premises within 24 hours, or else they would face penalties. This notice immediately caused an uproar among the locals. Netizens criticized the authorities, noting that the local government had recently signed a whopping 28 billion yuan contract to hire a sanitation company for snow removal. However, now they were coercing businesses into unpaid labor, leading to sentiments like wealth and prosperity don't include me, but all the dirty and tiring work falls on me. According to reports, as of December 21, the city had only just finished clearing the accumulated snow on the main roads, but some sidewalks and certain small streets and alleys remained covered with snow. Some steep slopes had frozen snow that was yet to be cleared, causing vehicles to skid. On the 27th, Benxi's official media was forced to issue an apology, attributing the responsibility to the company responsible for snow removal, supply, and marketing Environmental Benxi Company, Limited, stating that mechanized snow removal equipment is not yet fully in place, and there was inadequate preparation for prolonged and continuous snowfall. The public raised questions about why this sanitation company, which secured a high-value contract, demonstrated such inefficiency. Netizens quickly discovered from publicly available information that this company, Supply and Marketing Environmental Technology, Benxi, Company, Limited, was just established on November 14 of this year. Data from Kachacha also indicated that on October 10 of this year, a company named Supply and Marketing Environmental Technology Company, Limited Liaoning branch was also just established, sharing the same registered address as the aforementioned company, both located at room 401, number 17 Xian Street, Pingshan District, Benxi City, Liaoning Province. However, the leaders of the two companies are different. The parent company of these two companies, Supply and Marketing Environmental Technology Company, Limited, referred to as Supply and Marketing Environmental, was registered and established on September 17, 2020. Supply and Marketing Environmental is a wholly owned subsidiary of the Central Enterprise China Supply and Marketing Group. The decision of the Benxi authorities to outsource the city's sanitation services to a recently established subsidiary of a state-owned enterprise for an exorbitant amount has sparked widespread discussions online. Chinese netizens overwhelmingly accused the situation of potential corrupt practices and behind-the-scenes dealings. Beijing's coldest winter in 70 years revives the phenomenon of dynastic changes. Recently, China has faced an unusual bout of severe cold weather. Beijing witnessed its coldest December in 70 years, while Guangdong province experienced its coldest winter solstice in 4 decades. This exceptional cold has sparked memories of historical periods, such as the Little Ice Age, which contributed to the fall of the Ming Dynasty. According to data from the Beijing Meteorological Observatory, from December 11 to 24, the city recorded over 300 hours of temperatures below 0 degrees Celsius, marking the coldest period since 1951. Shanghai also saw its coldest December in 40 years, and southern China experienced the coldest winter solstice in 4 decades. Many areas in China were hit by a strong cold wave from December 13 to 16, resulting in temperature drops of 6 degrees Celsius to 12 degrees Celsius, causing an exceptionally cold feeling among residents. The rare cold weather has prompted discussions about its historical parallels, such as the Little Ice Age that occurred 500 years ago. The Little Ice Age brought drought, famine, and plague. The Little Ice Age, lasting from 1500 to 1690, brought significant climate challenges to China during the transition from the Ming to the Qing dynasty. This period featured extreme weather, including prolonged freezing of canals and rivers, leading to decreased crop production and natural calamities, including locust invasions and floods, with droughts being particularly devastating. Furthermore, the Little Ice Age was notable for the prevalence of plagues. From 1408 to 1644, during the Ming Dynasty, nearly 20 epidemics occurred, facilitated by the cold conditions that allowed viruses and bacteria to survive and the weakened human immune systems due to lower temperatures. The bubonic plague was among the most severe diseases, spreading extensively during the Wanli and Chongzhen eras, leading to a reduction of 5 million in the population. 500 years later, in 2019, China faced a major COVID-19 outbreak with an undisclosed death toll. In November 2023, another outbreak affecting children emerged, potentially worsened by cold weather. Looking ahead to 2024, Xu Rong, a British traditional Chinese medicine practitioner and I Ching expert, predicts a severe pandemic due to the year of Jiaqin, characterized by a moist and cold climate. This environment is favorable for the spread of COVID-19, leading to her prediction of a severe pandemic in 2024, particularly in Southeast China, Europe, and Southeast Asia. Peasant uprisings. Extreme cold weather led to droughts, famines, and plagues, creating unbearable conditions for the populace and sparking peasant revolts at the end of the Ming Dynasty. The uprisings spread across the nation, culminating in 1644 when Li Zicheng stormed Beijing. This invasion led Emperor Chongzhen of the Ming Dynasty to take his own life, signaling the end of the Ming Dynasty. Thus, the Little Ice Age concluded the 276-year rule of the Ming Dynasty, ushering in a new era in Chinese history. Throughout Chinese history, many dynastic changes have been linked to natural disasters. At the end of the Qin dynasty, continuous rains in areas like Shandong and Anhui transformed them into watery landscapes. During the later years of the Western Han dynasty, repeated disasters such as floods, droughts, and pestilences continued until the dynasty fell. In modern China, parallels can be drawn to the ends of historical dynasties, with ongoing natural disasters and epidemics. On December 19, a 6.2 magnitude earthquake hit Jishishan County in Gansu, resulting in at least 120 deaths. On October 10, the CCP's Emergency Management Department reported that China had faced frequent natural disasters in the first 3 quarters of the year, including floods, droughts, typhoons, wind and hail, geological disasters, as well as cold temperatures, snow disasters, earthquakes, sandstorms, and forest and grassland fires, affecting over 89 million people. In the last 2 years, amidst the awakening of the Chinese populace, not only have there been continuous protests, but the CCP elite have been locked in a fierce power struggle, with the party leader purging rivals to safeguard his position. Independent writer Zhuge Mingyang remarked, "History often repeats itself in surprising ways, but the current situation in China is distinct from past dynasties." While historical changes were normal transitions of power, the CCP represents an evil anomaly, opposing God, humanity, tradition, and morality. The current celestial changes, be it natural disasters or pandemics, are all part of the CCP's disintegration. To survive, one must break away from the CCP and stay far away from it. Don't forget to leave a comment in the section below to share your opinions on today's topic with us. Make sure to like and subscribe to see more interesting topics from China Truths.